So I wanted to share an experience with you guys. We had to look for a new apartment lately, and we almost got scammed by 2 people on Craigslist. So I wanted to share the experience with you guys in case it helps you. So if you're ever looking for, short-term housing on Craigslist, or you're looking for somewhere to stay during a vacation, renting a house, renting a condo, buying a house, these are the 2 scams that we encountered, and maybe you're gonna, kind of see some red flags if it applies to you. After searching on all of the standard websites, we decided to look on Craigslist because we were finding some listings from actual apartment complexes that we weren't finding on those other sites. So the first scam, it was really convincing, and they gave information that checked out. It was this really nice place. It was under market value, and they were paying for utilities. It has a gym inside. We really liked it. So I emailed him, and the next morning, he emails me this really detailed, well-written response. He had his full name, he had his occupation, he had where he was living, and he had a story about why he was in New York now and that I should drive around the area and see how I like it. From what he says, it checks out, it makes sense. We emailed him back, and I asked him a bunch of questions, just like, I just want to let you know that we're serious applicants, because that's what he put in the title. And are you actually in New York? Can you give us a tour? So he didn't write us back. And then I was like, hey, he gives me his full name, his job, and address. Why don't I just Google it just to see what happens? And he actually checked out. He's an actual person on LinkedIn. So I signed up for a LinkedIn premium membership so that I can email him, which, I can cancel after a month. But I was like, hey, I emailed him on LinkedIn and I said, hey, are you just the guy who is renting out that condo on Craigslist? I just want to make sure all the details match up. And then he didn't write me back. And then the guy on Craigslist didn't email me back either. And I checked Craigslist. He actually refreshed and reposted that posting, but he didn't respond back to me, in that same time frame. And the sad thing is, when you're really desperate, like when your lease is coming up and you've looked at a lot of apartments like we have, and you're not finding the thing that you want, but this Craigslist posting somehow seems really good, it clouds your judgment, especially since he was an actual person on LinkedIn. We actually started to really consider, maybe we should live here. So, we had our list of priority order of places we wanted to stay. And this Craigslist posting was actually first. We were actually thinking about not renting at this other place because we were waiting to hear back from this Craigslist guy. So we were looking on Craigslist still, and I found another listing. It's just a little bit under market value. It's not so big of a discrepancy that you go, what? This is, clearly a scam. It said that it was in a certain community. It gave a community name. So I Googled that community name, and it says that it's like a community for people who are 55 plus. So I emailed the guy back, and I said, isn't this for a community of 55 plus? And I wasn't clear, but in my head I thought, well, maybe, you just need somebody who's 55 plus to buy the place, but maybe, they can let like their grandkids live there or something like that. So maybe it would be okay if we live there. It's like, your mind like concocts all these like justifications and what ifs. So the guy actually wrote me back, and he said, no, you can live here. People of all ages can live here. The open house is in 2 weeks. And since we're desperate and we're in a rush, I go, well, can we go see it tomorrow or the day after? Because we can't wait, And then the guy goes, well, if you want to see it before then you have to make a reservation. That's when the red flags went off in my head. And I thought, okay, maybe I should look up like Craigslist housing scams. And it turns out there's like a ton. There's a ton of Craigslist rental scams. Just because I guess it's easy to grab pictures from an existing listing and post them on Craigslist. You're pretty anonymous. You can get people to pay an upfront deposit, and, you can scam people easily that way. And then the first guy wrote me back. He had his supposed realtor email me to fill out a form, and of course the form asked for all sorts of personal information. So I went and I checked out all the different info in here. I tried to find Joel Gibson as a realtor. Just a lot of things started to not match up. And then I went and looked up Realty Agent because that email looks really official. And I found out that other people report scams from this email. So you can pay for this realtyagent.com domain name, and that's probably how a lot of people get scammed. And then I found out that they pulled these from existing listings. So not all Craigslist listings are bad. We actually found our current place, which we really love. It's really awesome, from Craigslist because it's from an actual apartment complex. They don't post on apartments.com or any of those other websites. So yeah, we ended up not getting scammed. Thank goodness we didn't pay anything or give out any personal information, but we were like this close. And we almost lost out on the apartment that we're actually going to move into that we finally picked because we were waiting to hear back from one of these Craigslist scammers, which is, you know, really how much we were sort of attached to that idea and to what they were selling. So they're very convincing. I hope that this video helped you guys and prevented you guys from getting scammed. Please like and subscribe if you like my videos. I'll continue to share any helpful tips connected to traveling and booking traveling in the future when we come across them. So yeah, see you guys next time.